Triple Crown here, March 24th, 2024. A beautiful Sunday morning for a sports card show. Made the detour on my way back home from Newark to stop in Chillicothe, Ohio. My first time I think I've ever been here before. And it's my first time at this sports card show. I really know nothing about it other than it's an American Legion. So, we'll see what we can find. I need plenty of cards, as I said in the last vlog. I have 5 shows I'm setting up at over the next 7 weeks. Really, it's going to require a lot of inventory because I know I'm going to be turning over things very quickly in that time. Hopefully, the little detour pays off. Let us see what we can find in this little show on a Sunday afternoon. One of the beautiful things about a smaller show like this is that I feel I can really take my time. If there's a box I want to stop and dig through for 15-20 minutes, I can do that. I don't feel rushed or like I have to get around to see everything. This particular dealer has some nice football cards in his case that I'm going to ask about. But before I do that, I kind of want to build my stack with his value box stuff. And you'll see set off to the side there I have that Kevin Hart mini, or I guess maybe for him it's full size, from 2023 Ginter. Neat little thing about that card is that it is a no number mini. Those are short printed, not a serial number on them, but they have a stated print run of only 50. And for $1, I will gladly take that. There's a lot of Ginter set builders out there and just a lot of people who like those kind of quirky, more unique cards. And I gladly picked up that Kevin Hart for $1 into my stack. You can see here I set aside that Ricky Steamboat card. That's a gift for a friend of mine who collects him. I'll be sure to give that to him next time I see him. But even if you're not a wrestling fan, you can probably tell there's a really wide variety of cards in there. There's Topps cards, there's early 2000 Fleer cards in there, and there's more modern Panini stuff. Here's a Prices marked box, and you're going to see there's some UFC stuff in there, and then we move over to Topps Soccer. It is really all over the place with a variety of cards. 2015 Flawless patch of TJ Yeldon. And I love going through boxes like this just because, hey, you never really know what you're going to find. And because there is such variety here, and there doesn't seem to be much of a rhyme or reason to a lot of it, and that, I say that in a good way, I am not going to leave any stone unturned. I'm going to go through all the cards in this box because, hey, you never know what you're going to find. As you can probably tell here, I built a nice little stack, and then I'm going to cut over to his showcase and start talking about some of the cards there. Hopefully bundle in my stack cards into some of his nicer football. Let's take a look and see what he's got underneath the glass. Is that Flacco number?
10.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yep, number 10 came from
Yeah.
Did you get it direct from Panini?
Mm-hmm.
Good idea.
Yep. Left the sticker on, everything like that. Only, I think that's one of the very few, if not, that are signed as Browns from Joe Flacco. That 10 and then 1 of 1.
Yeah, I doubt that he's going to have anything else. Maybe next year, but
yeah.
I'm on the same page as this dealer. This Joe Flacco card is pretty cool, and being at a 10, one of his few Browns autographs that he has currently and probably will have, I have to imagine that this will be kind of a cool collector's item for the right Browns buyer out there. And I definitely want to add this into my stack, but I also want to see what else he's got before I make a deal on it. How much do you have on your Myles Garrett?
I just recently bought that, and I spent, after taxes, it was around 110, so I'd like to get 110 out of it. It's first off the line gold.
Yeah. That's cool.
So.
What's your Romo number 2?
6.
6.
Yep.
Not what I was expecting.
Yep. Number just 6.
How much are you asking on this one?
150.
150.
Yep. In season, probably 200, but out of season, 150.
That Myles Garrett card is one that he bought off of eBay, so I can see exactly what he paid for it, and some people may ask, is that something that you're scared of? To me, no, because oftentimes when that happens, it's an auction win, and maybe someone got caught up in the moment, bid on something that they're not really attached to, or they got a really good price. A lot of times I see auctions very limited by what time of the day they end, sometimes where the seller is located, the seller's feedback. Just because it's sold for this price at auction doesn't necessarily tell the full story of the card. And more often than not, if it's a card like that, I'm going to defer to my gut, and my gut tells me at 100 or 110, that's a pretty decent value for this card. That's a pretty fair price. And therefore I want to go ahead and try to bundle all three of these cards together, as well as with my small little value box stack.
That's some nice stuff for sure.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
So let's see, you said 110 on the Garrett.
Yep.
You want to get at least 110 there.
I could drop it down to 100. I'll take a $10 loss on that.
Okay, you're at 150 there.
Yep.
The flat bill is 130.
You're right there, Brad. I didn't even jerk us here.
No, it felt like I went in like 2 hours.
So I've got 11 stickers here from your boxes.
Okay.
If I included those with that, could you do 300 even for all of it?
300. So 150, 110. I think what? 110, or let's call it 100. 150, 250.
Yeah.
And then that, I mean, I have room. Where do you want to be at?
I kind of just figured out each one and then took a little bit off just
Right.
for buying all of them, and then I just kind of tossed that in
Yeah,
on
no,
the
that's
sides. So I don't remember exactly how I broke it down, of course, but I just remember that I added it up and I kind of figured out that was 300 was the number I came up with.
3. Okay. So you want to be at 3 for this?
Yeah.
Sports it says.
3. I would probably do 320,
320?
and then 320 for everything.
320 for everything?
Yeah, that's where I would probably want to be at.
That's fair. All right.
Cool, man.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
We were pretty close there, only $20 off, so I figured I'd go ahead and shake his hand. Didn't see a point in coming back at 310 there. My best guess was that Kevin Hart card was worth about 15 to 20 bucks, and that would make up kind of the difference in price between the two of us there. So in reality, I'll be closer to 300 for those showcase cards, and then everything else from the value box is kind of gravy, and that's usually how I like to do the value box stuff, just because it goes to ComC and gets a little forgotten about until it gets uploaded there. So good start to the show. Thank you to this gentleman for working with me.
Did you check out Black Clock? What's it say on that? Inversion or something?
I make my next deal a few tables down. This guy has a nice variety of stuff. There's no prices. I'm going to have to ask him about that, and we're going to figure those out in a moment. But I pulled 2 cards out of this box. One of them is that awesome color match on the Yachty Red Refractor out of Heritage. That's numbered to 372. And then the Ricky Henderson Gold Label. One of the things that I have learned over the years of selling cards is that you can't always do things the way that you think about them. You have to think about however people are going to look at it. That Ricky Henderson card is a prime example. Normally, something I probably wouldn't ask about, but it was numbered 1 of 150. Ricky's an incredibly popular player. He's a guy who, there is probably a collector out there who does care about a bookend parallel like that, as they like to say, where it's 1 of whatever, or it's the last on print. Perhaps it matches his jersey number. And because of that, I went ahead and set it aside because he's a popular enough player where I'm going to go after that. Very seldom will you see me pay a little bit more or try to go after a card that is a bookend like that, but I make the exception there for Ricky.
So anything that's not marked will be comps or a little under.
Okay. We'll start with these two then, I guess. Where are you at on those?
I don't know. We'll see what we do.
All right. You want me to just like pull out what I like and then we'll talk about it? Okay.
Yeah, we can call. $8 on that one, which is crazy because I actually won that one, and they were supposed to put in a $30 card to enter. Fine, I'll tell you what. I'd call both $10 if you want them in.
That's fine on that.
Okay. You got anything else you want? Nope.
Let's go with these next.
Gotcha. The other thing is like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, there's only 18 of them, so.
What is it?
I said there's only 18 of them, so that's going to be a little challenging.
Probably around 80 on that one.
Okay.
And I'm going, that one there's a nice card, man. Out of all the cards I've sent into PSA, that one was one of the no-doubters. Knew that one was it.
Did you pull it yourself out of a...
I got that in a break.
Ah, okay.
Most of these I did either get a break or pull, believe it or not. I just rip a lot of stuff.
You must have some pretty good luck then, because you got some nice hits out of it.
Yeah, I was spending a little bit of money doing it.
Is there anything that you keep out of your boxes, or do you...
What's that?
Like, what do you keep out of your boxes?
I keep a lot. I don't sell a ton, to be honest.
I got you.
Yeah, I just seen this pop up. I was like, probably need to sell stuff.
Right, we'll put a little bit back into it.
Yeah.
This conversation really gets me a better understanding of what the dealer is trying to get out of this show. Sounds like he doesn't want to give anything away by any means, but maybe sell some excess and get a little extra funds to keep his hobby self-sustaining, if you will. And there are a lot of vendors that I run into like this at various shows, especially these smaller shows that don't pop up as often, where a lot of it is, hey, this is some extra stuff that I maybe don't necessarily need and I can part with. Let me go ahead and try to get some extra cash.
So what do we say? 80, 130. I can probably knock that one down to 150.
Okay. And then for the raw stuff,
that was 10.
Or I mean, there's a couple more on the table. Sorry.
What'd you have?
The real. I haven't pulled them out yet. The real Muto.
Okay.
A lot of these lower numbered cards are going to be really difficult to find an exact sale on, as we're showing here in this video. And oftentimes what I will do is just defer to my own experience. Have I ever sold a Jose Altuve autograph from 2021 Triple Threads? I can't say that I have, but I have sold dozens of Jose Altuve autographs over the years, and I kind of know about what they go for and what I'm willing to pay on them. I ended up passing on that one. The real Muto, kind of the same thing. Have I ever had a 2023 Topps Chrome Red Refractor of his? No, but I've owned several red refractors of various players and kind of have a feel for what I want to pay on certain guys, and we're a little bit too far apart. He has a few other nice cards that I'm going to ask about here, a lot of lower numbered stuff, and kind of the same thing. I'm going to defer to my history of selling some of this other low numbered stuff and kind of take my first impression of the number that he says on them and run with it. If it's a yay, I'll add it to my stack. If it's a nay, I'll move on and just keep what I already have.
It's out of 5, or like I'll listen to whatever
that's
number.
That's what I'm trying to get as low as I can here.
Yeah. I'll just listen to whatever number you say and then try to say from there, like, all right, yeah or no. So.
25.
The only other one is the Burrow. I know that one's probably about $50.
What is it?
The black and white checker.
Yeah, I can do 50 on that. I think I had it at like 55.
Sorry.
Are you good? Just trying to be as out of the way as I can.
No, me too. I'm not as good at it.
I see 35 and 50. I'd call it 40.
On this one here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with these 3. Maybe 60 on those 3. Yep. Put that there. So 150, 130, it's 280.
So 340 total if you want all those.
I'm about $10 to $20 off that 340 number. So my strategy here is going to be offer 300 on the stack. Hope that he comes back at 320 and then try to cut that at 310. But if not, I'll definitely take it at 320.
Did you do 300 even? All of them?
Go 320.
320?
Yep.
310?
No, 320.
320?
Yeah, I already came down a little on the comps.
All right.
Yeah, most people were over comps when they give them to you. So.
Yeah. been there plenty of times.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have like Venmo, PayPal, cash?
Yeah, PayPal works.
Okay. Yeah. 320 is fine with me.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
I'm glad we worked out the deal. I think it's a pretty fair price, and I'm glad that I was able to knock a little bit more off the 340. 320 I think is fair for both sides, and I'm glad that he has an electronic form of payment because rookie mistake, I forgot to re-up my cash before I headed to this show. Off back-to-back days sometimes I do forget to do that, but thankfully he came through for me in the clutch here. And that's really it. After this, I just do a lot of value box digging and didn't really feel like recording just because I had some really good clips here I felt with these two deals. And there wasn't anything too exciting. I think my best pickup from the value boxes was a Naomi Osaka autograph, which was at a half off box, stickered at $5 and really got it for $2.50. You can't beat that for a world-class athlete like Osaka. But that's going to do it for today. It's time to run the gauntlet starting next week with a brand new Westchester J&J show. But until next time, thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, be kind.